As you know, since last week we are discussing about the origin and the manifesto of the political parties of India which were existing at the time of India's independence, or rather at the time when the first general elections for Lok Sabha were held. In the previous topics, we read about the Congress, we read about the BGS, we read about the Communist Party of India. Today we will deal with another political party which was existing at that time when the first general elections were held. There was another party which was known in the name of Sawantra Party of India. Today we will have a look on its origin and its party program, rather what we can say its agenda. Dear learners, within the Congress fold there were the large number of political leaders with different political ideology, but the Congress used to be the highest amalgam of these leaders, in which all the ideological leaders were working under one umbrella, that was Congress. But within the Congress fold, several leaders were of the opinion that some people were in the favor of socialism and some people were in the favor of capitalism. Some people were favoring the democratic setup and some people were in the parliamentary form of the government. Some people were in the favoring the presidential form of the government. Likewise, this Sawantra Party, it got separated from the Congress in the year 1959 on August, in the month of August 1959 in the Nagpur session. In the Nagpur session, the Congress decided to have ceiling on the land, to take the state control on the food grains, likewise to adopt the cooperative farming. The leaders of this Congress fold, the old congressmen who were not in favor of the socialism, who were not liking the ideas of the communism, as such, they got separated from the Congress. Among those were the K. Munshi, was the C. Rajgopal Acharya, G. N. Ranga, and Mino Manasi. The leaders, they were not in favor of the socialism, they were not in favor of the cooperative farming, they opposed the Congress agenda on the ceiling of land. As such, they got separated from the Congress and constituted and established another organization and another political party in the name of Sawantra Party. This party has its own agenda of working, and they have their own ideas how we can go for the progress of the India if we will remain in the power. The agenda of this party included that they were not, they do not believe in the state control over the food grains. They did not believe in the state control over the economic issues. As such, they opposed the Congress. They told the Congress that the individual freedom will lead India to the progress. If there will be state control over the economic issues, country will not go for prosperity. Number second, they criticized of the development of strategies under the intervention of the economy, the centralized planning and the nationalization and the public sector. They opposed all the programs of the socialism, the centralized planning, the cooperative farming, the state intervention in the economic affairs. Likewise, they favor for the private sector. They gave full support that there should be the private sector when individuals will be promoted, when individual will go hard to work for the development of the nation. The nation will make a progress, and the nation will touch the extremes of the prosperity. Likewise, they were also critical for the cooperative farming, state trading, land sealing in agriculture. They want that there should be not any control of the state over the agricultural goods. The agricultural goods should be in the hands of the farmers. The agricultural goods should be in the hands of the landlords. The landlords should be promoted in order when the people of the India will be prosper themselves, that too will make the India, the whole state, as a prosperous state. They also opposed the Indian stand regime of the progressive tax regime and called for the dismantling of the license system. They were not in favor of the license system. They were in favor of reduction of the taxes. They were in favor of that the individuals should be given more and more independence in order to make them more prosperous. When the individual will become more prosperous, when an individual will work day and night together, it will make India a progressive state. They also opposed the Indian standard on the norm. They were critical that we should not remain neutralized during the Cold War era. Rather, we should not focus on the USSR ideology, that is socialism. We should oppose socialism and we should adopt the American model of economy, what we call that is capitalism. They favored the capitalist ideas, they favored the privatization, they favored the private sector, and they opposed the state sector, they opposed the centralized planning, they opposed the cooperative farming, they opposed the land sealing, they opposed the tax regimes, they opposed the license right system. During this era, they gained a lot of momentum in the year 1959. After they got a lot of momentum, but this was not a well-knit organization and it was not having a public base, so this party could not show majority, or this party could not win the number of seats in its first general elections, which were held during the year after the 1957. It could not attain more and more seats, neither it could got a good share of votes. Likewise, it could when this party came into being, when the general elections were held, at that time there were near about 53 political parties, among them 14 national parties, and these national parties which fought election at the national level, and 39 these state parties, or what we call the regional parties. Among these, this Sawantra party want to shake their hand with their ideological parties, those parties which were opposing and which were of the opinion that there should be the privatization, that there should be the capitalism as India's strategy to make the India more progressive. And Congress, since then, this Sawantra party used to be in the Indian frame, and it also contests the elections, and although it has never ruled the India, but its ideology is existing thereby, and they have their own say in all the affairs of the Indian national polity. This is all about this Sawantra party. Tomorrow we shall discuss the last chapter, the last subtopic of this era of one party dominance. After that, we proceed ahead. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.